Yo, good morning. What's up? It's AJ with Hippie Fertilizing here. Just wanted to share some thoughts before I start the day. Gonna wait just a moment or two, see if a couple people pop on. I know I come on randomly, so I apologize for that in advance. However, the topic of the day is this. Have you seen the information on honeybee decline? It's alarming, and I think it's a lot more scary than people realize. We need bees, we need pollinators, we need bugs, period, right? And instead of another stupid ortho commercial about being scared of cockroaches, right? I get it, they're nasty, I don't want them in my home, but I'm not trying to annihilate everything, okay? Like, we was walking with my girl last night, and she said she saw a cockroach run across the concrete outside, and she's like, "Oh, I almost threw up." And I'm thinking, that is a heck of a response to see one outside on a sidewalk. But hey, we all have different feelings about it. I get it. I'm not trying to flick a cockroach on you. And how does that relate to bees? It relates in the sense of what we do to kill other bugs can impact the bees. What we do to our lawns can impact the bees. What we do everywhere can impact everything, right? I know, and as we read articles and see the news and all this stuff, quite honestly, for my own self, it feels overwhelming. Like, what can I do? What's the heck is the point of trying to do anything? The world is so huge. Do I make a difference? Well, if I listen to the one side and think that I don't, then I might as well quit, give up, go work for True Green or something, right? Or sell lots of weed and feed of any brand. Woo. But I don't believe that. Truly to the core, I don't believe that. I do believe I make a difference. I believe you make a difference, and that we all make a difference every single day on the decisions that we make or don't make. So how can we help improve the situation for the bees as we want to have beautiful lawns and landscapes? My number one recommendation, that's fairly easy, is pick a spot in the yard, either out in a corner of the yard, somewhere obviously not right in the way, and make a little pollinator patch, right? Go to a local nursery and say, hey, what is going to attract pollinators? And grab a few, make a little flower bed. And the cool thing is that usually most of these pollinators that I see are very resilient as well. So they're easier to upkeep because there isn't much upkeep once they're established. Because as I see this 60, 70, 80% bee population decline, it's very concerning. They do a ton of work for our ecosystem. But I also keep thinking, it's not just the bees. If the bees are the ones that look pretty and that we like, and that's kind of marketed to be the insect to adore. And I'm glad, right? We thank God that's out there and that message is pretty prevalent. But so many other bugs get a bad rap, like spiders, wasps, yellow jackets, many other things, and they are all part of the soil food web. They are a part of very intricate systems that play a huge role in our own lives. So if we didn't have bugs, it would be a very scary world. I don't know if we would really be able to exist as well as we do here on this beautiful planet Earth. And I'm not a part of anything going to a different planet. So I want to keep the one that I'm on the best that I can and follow, essentially like the rules of nature to help keep it alive, right? And thriving. So again, I would go back to say, like, I read articles, or if you read articles on these sort of things, it can feel very overwhelming, right? Well, don't feel overwhelmed, because you as one person add up, right? We add up to 2 and then 4 and then onto hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And if hundreds of us start to be thousands of us, because there's 300 million people in America, right? If like 1 or 2% really had a shift in thinking on how we approach lawn care, soil biology, bugs, even though it's not like a popular topic, we can make a huge shift for positive impact on our environment, on our own spaces, and on a big scale macro environment as well. So if you haven't done it yet, right, and even if you live in an apartment, you can still have a pollinator patch. So to support the bees out there and to help reduce the decline or give them some safe place to find pollen and things like that, create a pollinator patch in your lawn that is a designated space that you do not put pesticides, right? No herbicides, no insecticides, no fungicides. Because even if it says that it's not going to harm something like, you're here to kill crabgrass or this product's here to kill a fungus, it does not always mean that it does not impact other things. Okay, so keep that in mind. What you put down somewhere does and almost always have unintended impacts, even though in the world of soil biology, it's so freaking tiny. We don't see it until it becomes a very, very big problem, right? So let's be a part of helping the bees, right? Start your pollinator patch. I would say if you're here in the League City, Dickinson area, go to the Hidden Gem in Dickinson. Go to Girl Ponds. Go to Moss Nursery. Even the big box stores, right? Now, the sad thing is about big box stores, and yes, I'll say it because it's on the freaking package, believe at Lowe's, they have their stuff pre-treated. Did you know that? A lot of their plants are pre-treated with the same stuff that impacts the bugs that we need to support soil biology, right? And again, it goes back to having unintended consequences. So going to these more local nurseries, I would say, is definitely a better option. One, you're supporting a small business. Two, you're supporting farms and plants and whole ecology that doesn't pre-treat plants. Really, really big deal, super important. So start your pollinator patch, give the little bees and other pollinators a safe space to go find their food. Anyway, that's my TED Talk for the morning. Have a super groovy day. Peace.